What's up, YouTube? We had a surprise clutch of eggs drop this morning. Well, not surprise, but she's 3 days early. Cue the intro, dive on in. Alright guys, so before we get into the egg pulling, big shout out to Mutant Geckos. He sent us a shirt, stickers, and shirts for the boys. So thank you, Kevin. Love these shirts. I love the Biohazard symbol. One of my favorite bands is called Biohazard, so that's really cool. And Kevin sent us a note. It says, "Yo Shane, thanks for all the support. Love your crossover episode on Strength and Leos, so get over to the podcast apps and go listen to Strength and Leos. Love your positive attitude and what you do for the community. Hope y'all love the shirts. Kevin." Well, thank you, Kevin. Love the shirts. One of the boys is filming right now, so I will give this to him once we're done filming. And we got stickers. So this is way cool. Thanks again, Kevin. And like I said, go over to Mutant Geckos, follow them on Instagram, and get over to Strength and Leo's podcast on all the major podcast platforms. Spotify, Apple, everything else. Now let's pull some eggs. Alright, so this little girl right here is a Firefly Cypress, and she was a little bit on the small side. We got her from Jimmy Cruz at Ball Life, and she was bred to a pastel blade red stripe clown. So I'm looking for red stripe Cypress het clowns, and I wouldn't mind Fire being in there. She's getting ready to light me up, so let's pull her off. And she is mad. Always grab that tail. Let's make sure she's empty. As you can see, she is not very big, but she was developing follicles, so thanks to the ultrasound, I spotted the follicles and started pairing her up. She had 3 locks over about a close to 4-month period. I've been pairing snakes according to the ultrasound readings and not doing a monthly schedule. So she had 3 locks, and really she only needed the 2. I just threw the male back in on the 3rd one just to kind of make sure. So let's look at these eggs. We have 2, 4, 6. 6 eggs from a first-time mom who's a little bit on the small side. So let me get the tub out. So I had this tub with our dragon hatch trays in there, getting up to temp. So man, these are kind of stuck together. She might have laid in the middle of the night. So we did all the water changes and full tub swaps on the snakes that shed yesterday. We were in here for a good 4 hours probably. Spot cleaning, did all the hog noses, all that stuff. And she hadn't laid then. And like I said, she is 3 days early, so I did not check her last night. And first thing this morning, I came out here, I just had that feeling like we were going to have eggs. And I've checked her first thing this morning at about 7 o'clock. Lo and behold, she was already wrapped up tight on them. She had finished laying. So I waited for little Small Town here to wake up and run the camera for us. And now we're filming. And we will get these all out. I love these dragon hatch trays. For those of you that are just watching this for the first time, we used to use a different kind of tray, and we have recently switched over to dragon hatch. So let's get this out of the way for now. We will candle them and be right back. Alright guys, so we got 6 good eggs. All of them have good veins. No slugs. she did great. So like I said, we're trying to hit a fire Cypress Red Stripe Het Clown, but we do have pastel on both sides of the pairing. I'm trying to miss the pastel, but I have pastel on both sides of the pairing. So that's going to be a little hard. I still wouldn't mind a Firefly Cypress Red Stripe Het Clown female. Something like that would be my goal animal, and everything else would be available. So we will get our press and seal. And we use perlite as our substrate. That's the white stuff you see in there. We already talked about the Dragon Hatch trays. We use the Iris 6-quart shoebox tubs because that's what fits the trays and fits in the incubator real good. They are not airtight, so I use press and seal, which allows a little bit of air transfer, holds the moisture in. 3 scoops of perlite, water almost up to the top, and I use water that I have in jugs that is sitting outside in the or in here in the snake room, so it should be about 80 degrees. I make the tub up, put it in the incubator before we come in here and pull eggs, try to get it up to temp. Suri, what's the date in 55 days?
It's Sunday, October 31st, 2021, Halloween.
Halloween! So these babies are due on Halloween, and this is clutch number 10. So we will mark this 10 and due 10/31. Halloween babies. Man, I hope that brings us good luck. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays of all time. So we will put these eggs in the incubator. And I had some questions in a little group I'm in, or there was some questions not directly towards me, but I set my herp stat to 90 degrees for the incubator, which makes the inside of the incubator run like right around the 89.5 Fahrenheit range. And I leave it alone. I don't use, I have one little thermometer in there that I can just gauge everything off of at a glance, but I don't use any of those wireless tracking systems for temperature, humidity. That would probably just drive me crazy. Let's clean up our tub, get her back in, and I'll close this out. All right, guys, so what we did was we cleaned everything out, fresh bedding, fresh water, brand new water cup, cleaned the roof of the enclosure, and we will clean this off. If you see on some of them, I put a month. 6 months from now, and that's when I'm gonna start ultrasounding, looking for bull wraps for her next breeding season. So that's a little inside tip. That's a visual reminder that I can take her, I don't need to ultrasound her for a good 5 or 6 months, and to start looking for those signs and signals around about 6 months, you know. So that's it for this episode. Really excited for this clutch. Can't wait for Halloween and see when they start pipping. Until next time, guys, rock on.